Hey everyone, we're here today with Kortney Schoenleben, who is a local taxidermist here in Mercer County, Rockford, Ohio. She is the one who I brought my big Brown County deer to that I got earlier this fall. So she did that, and I'm out here today to pick it up, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to introduce her to all of you. So thanks for hanging out with us today. First question I have is, what made you want, or what made you feel the need to get into this industry of all industries?
Really, I just loved, passion for the outdoors, for hunting, for just respect for all these animals, and I just felt like bringing them back to life for everybody would just be an absolutely a great thing to do. So
that's awesome. And how long have you been doing it?
This is going on my 5th year now doing it.
5th year, and is that 5 years full time?
4 years, I guess, full time, but yes.
4 years full time, and you are
23, just turned 23.
23, so you heard that right, everybody. 4 years full-time, 23 years old, in a male-dominated industry. Unbelievable to hear. So proud to be able to have her work on my deer, and as you guys have all seen from some of my photos and videos, I'm pretty excited about that deer I got, and being able to have that, put up on the wall forever is going to be great. So the next question I have is, with taxidermy being a highly male-dominated industry, and in the past, we are starting to see more and more females get into it, which is great to see, but how does that work on a day-to-day for you? Do you get a lot of pushback? Do you get a lot of skepticism from people?
I personally haven't heard anything from anybody. They always will walk in here sometimes and be like, I didn't know you're a female and this and that, but they thought it was pretty cool, so I've really never got a whole lot of pushback, I guess, from that. But
okay. And with that, I know this year was your first year doing processing.
Yes.
So on top of the taxidermy work, now we've added processing to the menu per se. So how did that go?
That was pretty overwhelming during gun season, because I was working on getting shoulder mounts put away. I had 40-50 shoulder mounts come in during that week, so I got to get all those skinned out and everything, make sure those are all well taken care of. But then on top of that, about everybody that came in wanted processing, so we were doing summer sausage, snack steaks, jerky, burger, all that stuff. So it was a very, very, very busy weekend for us.
So that being said, you talked about some numbers there. How many full mounts, like you see behind us here, how many full mounts do you have this year?
This year, I think I took in right around close to 160 shoulder mounts.
160 shoulder mounts, and then I know you're doing a lot of Euros too.
I think around 40-50 of those.
Do you have a count for processing?
Well, we were going to, and then I think we lost count after like 30 or so. So we had a lot of
processing. Yeah. That's awesome. Now, in the world of taxidermy, has there been a moment or a project that has got you like on the edge of you questioning yourself, your abilities? Like, has there been a point where you were like, oh, I don't know if I can do this?
Well, I had 2 piebald deer that I did, maybe 2 seasons ago now, full body mounts. It was a lot of patience to do those. I think I had 12 hours of sewing in each of those. So that really just tested, your patience and all that. So it was difficult, but got through it, and they turned out really nice. So
that's awesome. That's good. So there's nothing that stumped you just yet.
Not yet. There's been a lot of thinking and some, but we've gotten through them.
In regards to the work that tested you, but on the flip side of that, what was the most rewarding piece of work that you've done so far?
I mean, most of these deer, I love how they turn out. And I did do a pretty cool cover there. It's a dead hanging mount. I really, really enjoyed doing that. My dad actually did one as well. That was really cool. But
is that a coyote you harvested?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
There is. Yes.
All right. We'll make sure we do some pictures of that coyote hanging. It's gorgeous. Last time I was in here, you had a fox.
Yes.
Has that been picked up? Okay. So just from what I've seen since I've been here, we've seen deer, both whitetail, fallow.
Yep.
You've had piebald before.
Ram.
Did a ram, coyote, fox, a bear. Yeah, the last time I was here, there was a bear. So what's been the hardest part about turning this passion for the outdoors, right? So you have a huge passion for the outdoors, and you've had that essentially your whole life. So what's been like the hardest part of turning that love into a career that now supports you, and you recently got married? Mm-hmm. So, Yeah, it really stinks, me getting out hunting as much as I used to, and now it's
rarely get out. I mean, there's like little chance that I get out, you know, during the rut anymore, and then December, it's hard to get out. But that makes me just not take any chance I get for granted, just be able to enjoy it a little bit yet, but definitely it's hard. But.
Have you found losing the deer hunting season to open up other hunting seasons and maybe like some new passions for hunting outside of deer?
Yeah, I'm turkey hunting.
Hunting?
That was awesome.
Yep.
You know, there's pretty good opportunity to get out turkey season. Fishing, I mean, you can get out fishing a lot, but I mean, honestly, it's I love deer hunting the most, but that's okay.
So what is some things that we as hunters can do to make it a better experience for you and also help us control our own costs?
Exactly.
So
when you harvest your deer, you know, the best thing to do is to get it cooled down and to properly skin it out. You know, if you have questions or you don't know how to do it, you can always bring your deer out here. I'd be more than happy to do it for you, to show you the best I can over a video or something along those lines. But there is definitely a good and a bad way to, you know, get your cape off of your deer if you want the best mount you can get back.
Okay. All right. We'll do a little video here in a little bit. I'll just kind of have you on one of the mounts. We'll, you know, show you the best way to do it. But what's like that one rookie mistake that you'll see deer come in and you're like, ooh, if you would have not done that?
Play the wind, I'd say, is your biggest friend. You know, if you're not playing the wind, you're just not going to kill a deer. I mean, so,
yeah. Wind has a lot. Don't wear your cologne and perfume out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Never good.
Okay, so then a big one as a guy who lives off of coffee. One of the things I always like to get from people. So are you a coffee, energy drink, tea? Are you a Red Bull lady? What is it that gets you through your day?
A little mix of tea and some energy drinks.
What's your go-to energy drink?
It's called Jocko Go. They're like a new one I found. They're a lot better for
Jocko
you.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll give them a try. They're pretty good.
I'll have to look them up. I'm a Red Bull. You guys know that. I love my Red Bulls. So Jocko Go sounds like it's if you want to get into the taxidermy work, this is the way you get through your day.
This one's it's going to be a little bit harder to show on this, but we can still. So they have a color change. It's a dark brown to your light, but you want to leave as much cape really as you can. If the more, the better. Just never cut it too short. If you think it's too short, make sure just leave the whole cape on there. Then at that point, don't split up the brisket. Don't ever do that. That's always a bad thing. Make sure you leave all the armpit hair and all that stuff on there, and just as much as you can. That's probably the best I'm going to explain it for time being.
No, so basically armpits, the whole brisket. Don't mess with the brisket.
That's probably the number one thing I'll get in here is people will somehow, some way be able to cut this whole thing off and it's not there. So either I got, then at that point I'm going to have to get a replacement cape for you, or it's just not going to look the best it could be.
So replacement cape, that brings up a good point. So if somebody does do that, it's salvageable, but it's not going to be what you shot.
What I would,
Yeah. Okay. So if something happens, you can possibly fix that. It's not a complete waste.
Yeah.
But making sure that, like she said, that brisket and the armpits are left in there, and don't mess with any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically leave as much of the cape or hide.
Yep.
Or the whole thing if you can.
Honestly, I was like, you might as well just leave the whole thing. If you're, skeptical about any of it, just leave the whole cape, and I'll take care of it from there.
Okay. And in doubt, just bring the whole deer.
Yep, bring the whole deer.
Bring the whole deer.
Exactly.
You heard it. Make sure you pack that cavity full of ice and drive it right out. Down in the comment section, I'll have a link to all of Kortney's stuff, email, all that stuff, so you can get a hold of her for the upcoming season. So make sure you fill her up. She said you did 100 and how many?
Close to 160.
160. So let's say 300 next year. Let's try to double that number for next year. And but we were just talking. Once the season kicks off next year, I'll come out and we'll do another video, like a full processing video. So walk everybody through the process, how it works, bringing them in, checking them in, the whole deal. So